Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink. It is time for some PathOfExile discussion. Grinding Gear Games today announced the plans for the future of the Sanctum mechanic. This is always going to be an interesting one because Sanctum seems to be about 60% of players' favourite mechanic for a while, and about 35% of players' least favourite mechanic for a long time. There's very few people that are neutral on the mechanic. People either seem to love it or they seem to hate it. GGG want to try and keep both groups happy, and that's what their plans are here with this announcement. So firstly, it's not going to be going core in 3.21, but that they do have plans to bring it back in the future. This is quite different to what they said about the Lake of Calandra, where they were pretty emphatic that it was just not coming back in any recognizable form. So there are a number of improvements we need to make to Sanctum before it can have a permanent place in PathOfExile. It needs a general rebalance, i.e. needs to be made more melee friendly. It could benefit from more content, and it needs to be integrated into your gameplay loop in a way that lets players specialize in it if they want to, but doesn't force it on players who prefer the base game. We'd also need to work out how relics would work. And really, I think the solution would be simply making Divinia into the 6th master. I think that would be the best solution for making Sanctum go core, would allow you to get access to the Lycia fight, the Lycia uniques, and also would let players specialize in it if they wanted to, or completely ignore it if they prefer it. GGG then go on to say that they're working on a lot of stuff for 3.21 at the moment, and that they haven't been able to include the Sanctum rework in its scope, but that the Sanctum rework is hopefully something that we can look forward to in the coming leagues. When the current league ends in April, all existing relics and invocations will be deleted. If you have any Sanctum challenges to complete, you've got until early April to do so. Thanks to everyone who is enjoying Sanctum. So that's the information on what's happening with the end of the Sanctum League and Sanctum mechanic. The biggest question here is going to be, will the unique items be available next league? And so I recorded some speculation on this topic, and then during editing found out that GGG had come back and actually given an emphatic no. The unique items that come from Lycia and the Sanctum will not be available in any form in 3.21, which has already sent explosive shockwaves through the price of Original Sin in the Sanctum Trade-Enabled League. Lastly, there was one update to yesterday's video, which was discussing the FAQ about the upcoming March events. This only applies to the Friendly Fire event, and it's a clarification that actually I was wrong on this, and a lot of other people were wrong on this. Will skills that specifically affect nearby allies, such as auras, work in the Friendly Fire event? The answer on this is no. Your auras will only benefit you and not your party members, because your party members will be enemies and not allies. However, a keystone such as Conduit that doesn't call out allies but instead calls out party members, that will work. Anyways, that's all I got on this. May your Varlorps have interesting results, and I will see you around.